Okay guys, this is Debbie showing you part 2 of her quilts. Okay, this quilt I made for a class. Most of them I did make for a class. This is Begoin Surrounded. This was based on a general up in New England that fought a war. He was from England, but up in New England, I mean, up like near Boston. Or was it in New York? No, it was New York State. But anyways, I don't remember the history. So this, most of my samples I kept kind of small for my classes. They're not that big. But the girls in the class would end up making them really big for a bed. Most of them always made them bigger. They didn't keep them small. Obviously, I had to teach the block and then let them, go as big as they could for the class and then do the rest at home. And some of them did it. The class was usually a month long. Alright, well anyways, here's some Madonna stitching on this one. Okay, I only did cream on the back. You can really see all the work that she did. Okay. This one was a block of a month class that I took in Cold Spring Harbor on the North Shore. This was one of my first ones that I pieced. This is what got me hooked into piecing. I absolutely loved it. And this was a lot of fun. This was one block a month. So there's 12 blocks. So it's like this one, and then you get the directions, and you have to buy the fabric for that one, and so forth and so on. And you can see Donna's stitching here. And she used a variegated thread, which you can't see, but all her beautiful work. See what I mean? How it can make your quilt look beautiful. And this was the back. Back I just kept it with this floral, pretty yellow fabric. So these are my legacy. All these quilts, just like our scrapbooking pages. It's your legacy, girls. Okay, this is Trip Around the World, but smaller squares. And this fabric I collected, my husband and I collected when we went to Lancaster together one weekend. And so I call this my Lancaster quilt. And let me see, you can see Donna's quilting here. Look at how beautiful. And as I was collecting these fabrics, I actually went down there with this green fabric. And then I had him help me collect the other ones. Maggie, go lay down. Help me collect the other pieces to go with this. So it's basically the same way that I go about creating a scrapbooking page. I find my focal page paper, and then I pick the colors that would go with it. And of course, I like to look at the person's eyes or what they're wearing too. Okay, let's see the back of this one. This one I just did with the green again. Okay, now this one was, I forget the designer's name. It was called something Spice or Brown Spice. This was a lot of fun too. This was a challenge. The squares were all going different ways. And so you could see some of her design here. And that's the back for that. I love that backing. Okay, now this one I made up. This is another one that I made up. What I did was I took a block. I took 2 blocks that had already been created by somebody else. But they had no connection together, and then I just made it up, and I put this here to connect it all. Let me back up. Oh, I just tripped on my dog. So, I mean, is there anything else in the world that looks like this? There might be. I don't know. But I didn't take the directions from a book. I just took one block from a book and another block, and then I, pieced them together and put the sashings in between. And Donna did outrageous work. And this was a challenge for her too, because I had a lot of open space here. And she had to figure out what she was going to do in order to bring it all together. And you see her, how she did the fan, the feather motif, they call it. And then in here, she separated it into another design. So she really has to think about the layout. Sometimes your quilt might be on her long arm machine for, you know, a few weeks until she gets an idea or an inspiration. Look at what she did here. Isn't this beautiful? So this one I love. I love them all. You know, they're old. Some of them, you know, I started this, God, it has to be it's around 10 years now. So each one of them that I've sewn, there was always something else going on in my life. So it's like a history of my life, I guess. And here's the back for this one. It's really cute. Little Americana girls holding flags. Okay, this was another block of the month out in Cold Spring Harbor. And I'll back up. This is another because I love to piece. So now all these blocks are different and I had to piece them all together. And then I'll show you the quilting. You're going to see a lot of this this fan, the feathering, because I love it. So I would be like, oh, do the feathering on that one too. And then after a while, I got, you know, more daring, and I let her do other things to it. I'd say, do what you want. And what do I have on the back of this one? I probably stayed with this beautiful border fabric. So pretty. Okay, I used a green with some dots on it, which went with it. And that's it. So you got to see Deb's quilts. And let's see, maybe someday I'll teach some of you out there how to make a block. Who knows? Or we'll do a scrapbooking block. We'll do a quilt block made out of paper. So that would be fun, right? And then you can send it to your girlfriend who quilts, and she'll be very surprised. If you don't quilt, and she does, and you send her a quilt block, okay, this is a block, we call this a block. This is 12 by 12. And we make it out of paper. Alright, so tell me if anybody's interested. I'm happy to do that. And I hope you guys enjoyed looking at my quilts. And towards the end of the week, I'm going to be posting some videos on different techniques for background of our postcards, because I'm helping Yoli Bean with the collage at postcards at yourpaperpantry.ning.com. All right, so come join us, and if you haven't signed up, sign up for the next time, and you can come and check out some videos. Her and I are going to be working together to show you guys different techniques and different background things that you can do, and I'll take you through the process that I work through when I do when I make a collage. All right, see you later. Thanks for stopping by.